Good morning, boss.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Father is Solomon from Ibadan. Good morning and welcome. Can you hear me, please? Is the audio good? You have to come back. I'm busy. All right. Good morning, everyone. I hope we can hear me loud and clear. All right. I've seen quite a number of confirmations. Thank you very much. Let me see who we have. Yeah, Father Solomon. Thank you. It's good to know you're from Ibadan. Well, I see Techno BF7. Good morning, whoever you are. Jamil Alabede. I hope I got that right. Good morning and welcome. Emmanuel Mills. Father Solomon. I'm not sure what you are referring to. You said no. No, sir. All right. All right. Thank you very much. All right. Thomas, thank you. Okay, so let's get right to it. All right, so good morning, once again, everyone. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, traders. And I hope we're doing very well today. It's a brand new trading week again. And this is our MMR, Morning Market Review, where you get the opportunity to make daily profits. And if you are just joining us for the first time, you are just joining this session. During this time, we get to look at what's going on in the markets in terms of the fundamentals and technicals that we expect to uh, move price. And we also do this with a view that would also be able to pick a few entries, pick one or two entries during these sessions as the opportunities may arise. And we also have assets that we can add to our watch list for the rest of the week, including trade ideas, what to look out for and things like that. So it holds every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. We like to wait 3 to 5 minutes for people who may have connectivity issues, and that's why we're starting exactly 8:05. So you get to meet every day, Monday, 8 to Friday. We get to meet with our analysts, top analysts on a daily basis, and it is also we also hope that when you have listened long enough, you have joined these sessions long enough, you should be able to also come up with your own profitable strategies that you use in the market. All right, so without further ado, let's get right to it. So usually I like to start with the majors. When I say majors, I mean the pairs with USD as one of the currencies. And from there, we start looking at other pairs as well. Before we do that, I would also like us to head over to forexfactory.com to see if we have specific news for today that may impact price. Ngozi, thank you for joining. Joy FX, good to have you. Adebola, Adeyemi, Tajuddin, and Joseph. That's Joseph from, oh, that's very good. Good to have you. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. All right. So I'm going to switch to Forex Factory right away. Just a second. Forexfactory.com. Okay, I have Forex Factory displayed right now. I believe we can see my screen. Today is Monday, 23rd. . Okay. I'm going to apply the filter button now. Filter. I'm going to take out the gray and the yellow. Apply. Okay. So today, Monday, September 23rd. Uh, Mostly we have it's mainly about manufacturing indexes for today. We have manufacturing PMI and services as well. Okay. So it's all about manufacturing indices for today, like I said, and it's an important indicator of the direction of economic trends, especially in the manufacturing and service sectors. So it in a way helps with insight into the business environment. It also helps companies to grasp to get a grasp on where the economy is headed as it summarizes whether market conditions are expanding, are staying the same, or contracting. And its main purpose is to provide information about current and future business conditions to company decision makers. And so usually what we are interested in, of course, are these figures, and then we're going to have it for euro in less than 2 minutes. So what we look out for, the PMI reading, it can range between 0 to 100, between 0 to 100. And if the index is higher than 50, then you can see forecast is 44.3. If it is higher than 50, then that indicates an economic expansion. This means that I said it ranges between 0 to 100. So the closer the reading is to 100, the higher the degree of positive economic growth. And a reading below 50 indicates an economic contraction. So that's what we need to look out for. Above 50 is positive, is fantastic. Below 50, that's economic contraction. So if it is closer to 0, that would indicate a higher degree of contraction. And if it stays at 50, that would mean that there is no change in the economic environment. So for euro in less than 15 seconds, forecast is 44.3. Then we have 53 for services. All right. So we have for 8:15, we have for 8:30, we have for 9, we have for 9:30, and then for 2:45 p.m. as well. These are important news that we need to also look out for. All right. So I'm going to switch to MT4 now. Just a second. To stop this. Oh, favor. All right. Let's see. Share screen. MT4. There you are. There you go. Okay. So, I have MT4 up. Muji, you're welcome. It's good to know it's your first time. I hope we can see MT4. Please, can we confirm so I know we're on the same page? And then we push ahead. All right, thank you. Okay, so this is quite bearish now. That would mean that maybe the readings came out less than forecast for the PMI. That's why we're seeing this push to the downside for euro right now. But let's start with the dollar index. Let's start with the dollar index. And it's no longer news. The Federal Reserve, we got a rate cut in the last meeting last week, Wednesday. We got a rate cut, and then the Federal Reserve decided to cut the federal funds rate by 50 basis points. The expectation was that we get 25 basis points, but they went quite aggressive. And then we got 50 basis points. And then you could see the immediate effect on the dollar. Let's see. I'm sure this candle was for Wednesday, September 18. All right. So for a long time now, I'm sure that, let me take this out. I have emphasized this level for several times. I've emphasized this level several times. And then, why is it important? If you look back, beginning of 2023, towards early 2023, even here, end of 2023, you could see the date here, December 2023, price came to that critical support level at 100.5. And from that point, we got that aggressive move to the upside. And then recently, price is now currently sitting at that same level. Of course, the dollar has been very weak. The dollar has been very weak, and it is now sitting at the same critical support level at 100.5. We've seen this range too. We've seen this range for between 101.13 and 100.5. So as it is now, if the dollar index, now I like to start with the dollar index, like I said, this is to know the strength or weakness of the dollar so that I can easily now relate this to the other major pairs that we have. To the other major pairs that we have. Now I said major pairs. Okay. And for the major pairs, these are pairs with dollar as one of the currencies, whether as the base or as the quote currency. Okay. So we're beginning to see some strength in the dollar from this critical support level. Now, if this continues, then we're going to further expect the likes of Euro USD, Pound USD, even AUD USD to be bearish as long as the dollar stays above this critical support level. We can expect those other pairs that I mentioned to be bearish. Okay, so having said that, let's now take this to Euro USD. Let's see what's happening on Euro USD. Okay. All right. So this is for me as a result of the PMI data that we got at 8:15. It came out lower, and then we saw we're having this bearish candle right about now. Now this is the daily time frame, and then this level here, initially it was resistance at this level now. I think this was when we had NFP, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Yeah, this candle here, this red candle here was when we had NFP data. Okay. And then price pushed up, but eventually it printed a lower value. So this 1140 initially was acting as resistance at this level here, and then even here also as resistance, and then eventually we got a break above that point. This here was should be last week Wednesday when we got the rate decision from the Federal Reserve that I mentioned earlier, and then because of the rate cuts, price pushed higher, but 1.12 here is also now acting as resistance, this level. Yeah, so we got that resistance and price couldn't go above that level, and then we saw this push to the downside. Okay, back below 1.1140. All right. Now, if you also look back to what happened when we got that this break above 1140, when we got this green candle again above 1140, and then almost immediately we saw price push lower from that point. And right now we're having the same scenario play out. Broke above 1140, almost getting to 1.12, and now we're seeing a push to the downside. Okay, so what it means is that the whole of the price level here, we treated it as a fake out. Price broke above this level. Ideally, it should have continued to push higher, should have continued to see higher highs and higher lows from this point. But that didn't happen. It was capped at 1.12, and then we saw this push to the downside, even created a lower low at 1.1. Created a lower low at 1.1. Okay. And then from 1.1, trying to give us an overview before we now get to a lower time frame to see what we can do right there. Okay, so when price pushed to 1.1 from that support level, which is also very critical, if you look back, you would also see how important that level is. This is 1.1, this is 1.1, 1.1, 1.1 right there. Okay, so 1.1 here supported price, 1.1 here supported price, and then we got that retest close to 1.12. And from that level now, price is beginning to push lower. So right now we have resistance because price is below that 1.1140 level. So it means that this level now is now acting as resistance for price. It's acting as resistance. Okay, so now let's head to a much lower time frame to see what we have. Okay, so this is the 1140 level that I highlighted, and then we have support here at 1.11. So as it is right now, this is as a result of the news. This is the news effect we're seeing right now, this long bearish candle. So as it is now, we may see some, because of this aggressive move, we may see a push higher. We may see a push back to 1140 right here as resistance. We will test that point as resistance. Now, the whole of this place, it was support. You see it was support here, it was resistance here, it was resistance here, it was resistance here. So right about now, price is below it. So we may see price push back to 1140, and then we now take sell opportunity from there. We now take sell opportunity from there. We now take sell opportunity from that point. So that's it for Euro USD. That's how I'm going to approaching this pair. So I'm going to expect a push higher towards 1140, and then I take myself from that point. Take myself from that point. That's for Euro USD. Yeah, Joe Victor, that's right. We had it last week. Okay, so that's for Euro USD. Moving on to Pound USD now. Again, this is the daily time frame. I like to start from here to check the overall direction of price and then tune down to a much lower one, say 15 minutes or 30 minutes for entry opportunities. Okay, of course, you would agree with me, the Euro USD and Pound USD have a similar pattern. And then let's take it from the daily time frame. All right. So again, as a result of the rate cuts that we got last week, this also pushed higher. And then this 1.31 level is one that I'm watching to 1.3. Okay. So why is it important? Again, if you look back, you will see that we've got quite a number of touches at those two levels that I highlighted. Okay, now because price is above that level, So because of the rate cut that we got last week and the weakness of the dollar, of course, we got this push to this high. Yeah, we got this push to this high here, and then we're beginning to see a bearish movement right from that point. We're beginning to see a bearish movement right from that point. Okay, so let's see what it means on 30 minutes. Okay, so on 30 minutes, this is what we have. This is a channel that I highlighted previously. You see how price has been trading within this channel. It broke below it here, but almost immediately we saw price go back above, return to the channel, acted as resistance here, came back to support at this level too as resistance, came back here as support. Currently, as a result of the news that we got earlier, we also saw this bearish move for pounds USD right now. We saw this bearish move for pounds USD, very close to the previous support point at 32,600 right here. So we're getting the same thing for pounds USD. From this level now, I'll be looking out for a retracement from this level. I'll be looking out for some sort of retracement, probably back to this 3,300, probably back to 3,300. And then I take my sell from that point. If, on the other hand, what we get is a break below this support level, we get a break below this support level, then it will be a fantastic sell opportunity as well. So two things here. Number one, we get a retracement back to towards 1.33, and then we take sales from there, or price close below this support level, and then we jump right in for a sell. Now, currently, price is close to a support level, except you're an aggressive trader. That's when you would jump right in for a sell, as it is now close to a support. And we're not expected to sell at support. So you may want to wait for, number one, a push back to this initial resistance at 1.3300, or wait for price to break below the support and then you take your sell from there. All right, so that's for pound USD again on 30 minutes time frame. 30 minutes time frame. I also have AUD USD right here. So most of these major pairs have got to really high prices because of the dollar weakness. We're seeing them, or we've been seeing them create higher highs. They've been going really higher. So currently for AUD USD, this is the daily time frame again. This is the daily time frame. This level here is what I'm looking at. This level here. You can see how critical that level is. Here we have it as initially resistance, price broke above it, so now as support. Even here, as resistance again. Here it gave us the fake out, and then we saw that aggressive move to the downside. Even right here, another breakout that failed, and this level here, it was resistance. You see, I'm trying to highlight to us why this current level is very significant. Okay, so having said that, what do we have currently? So as it is right now, we see that price is currently above that critical level that I highlighted here with this green horizontal line. And then price is almost on one spot right there. And again, it is also respecting this trend line resistance, which dates as far back as when, let's see, this one here. Okay, as far back as 2023, you see this trend line here has been very significant. Here it was resistance, here it was support. Here we can see this sideways movement around that trend line. Here resistance, here resistance, here resistance, you see. So right about now, we have price currently trading at that level, very close to that critical support level. And this trend line here is also acting as resistance, Okay, so what does that mean? Let's check 30 minutes. All right, so on 30 minutes now, this is the trend line here. This is the trend line. And then we have that support level right there at 6,800. Okay, so at this point, our price tested that support, and then we are beginning to see this bullish candle. So what is the expectation? Currently, we can see that the dollar is beginning to have some strength. Is beginning to have some strength at this critical support level for the dollar. Okay, so if that is sustained, then this will continue to push lower, because if you look at this pair, it is AUD USD. AUD USD. So we see that USD here is the quote currency. So if the dollar continues to gain strength, continues to be strengthened from the support, from this critical support level at 100.5, then we may see further downside for the AUD. You see, if this continues to be bullish, then this would be bearish. That's why we'll be looking out for sell opportunities for the AUD. So it means that we're interested in selling the Australian dollar and then buying the US dollar, as long as it stays above that critical support level. So what you want to look out for here is, number one, a push back towards, this is the 50 moving average. This is 50 exponential. Okay, so you see, if we get some correction from this support, as a result of this support level now, we may see price push higher from that point. So if we get that, we can now target sell opportunities from this point. Or if we get a break below this support level, then it may also be a good time to jump in right for a sell right there. So two things again here for AUD USD. Number one, a push towards the 50 moving average, and then we take sell from there, or a break below this support level, which is also very critical, like I highlighted earlier. That's for AUD USD. A1, yes, we're going to get to that in a minute. This is who? This is Survival. Okay. Survival, you may want to reach out to me after this session so that I can follow up. Okay, I already have your email. All right. So I'm going to use that to follow up on what you just dropped. I'm trying to copy your email so I can follow up on your request. That's for Survival. Okay. All right. So moving on. Otonye Thomas. Euro pounds. All right. We'll get there in a minute. Otonye Thomas. This is it here for pounds USD 1.326. All right. So that's it for AUD USD. So let me quickly head to Euro pounds. Euro pounds, of course, I've been very much interested in this pair. And reason is because I'm going to highlight it for us. Reason is because of these sideways movements that we have here. We've seen this consolidation, which has lasted for about 3 weeks. This consolidation here, this sideways movement. Okay, so with that, I've been able to highlight the top of the consolidation here, and also the bottom of that consolidation. And then recently we got a close with this bearish candle. We got a close below that support level. We got a close below it, and then we're seeing a follow through. Now this here, this 8400 level is also a critical support point. This 8400 level also a critical support point. If you look back, you'll see how many times price has respected that level. You see it here. You continue to look back, you will see that it is significant to Euro pounds. You see. So now that we have a break below that level, then what it means is that we continue to see further push to the downside. We continue to see a push to the downside. All right. So let's head over to 30 minutes to see what we have. Okay. So we have this long wick right here. We have this long lower wick right here. And here, you can also see the 50 period moving average right here acting as resistance, you see, for price. And we got price recently came back to the 50 period moving average and has now given us this bearish engulfing candle right here, you see it. And then we saw this drop. So what it means is that I'll be looking for sell opportunities towards this low again, towards this low. You said I'll be looking for sell opportunities at the current level towards this low point. And then if you're already in this sell, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. You're already in the sell. If you're looking to take advantage of this sell, then you need to wait for a good opportunity. Okay, this is also a good reversal there. So because of this gap, we may see price close that gap and then push lower from that point. You see it? All right, we may see price close this gap that we have here. And then pushes lower from that level. All right, thank you very much. All right, we should get to gold in a minute. Okay, I also want to highlight this to us, USD JPY. We need to also add this to our watch list. All right. And I'm going to show you why in a minute. All right. So if you take it back to the end of as far back as 2022 here, right here, somewhere here. This was where this push started. This was where this rally started for USD JPY. So from this point now, what I did here, I'm using my Fibo retracement tool to measure this trend from the end of 2022 here to this high here, to this high right here. So that's why you have it from 100 here to 0, beginning of the trend here, end of 2022, to the end of the trend right here at 0. Okay, so you can see here that price is sitting on this golden Fibonacci level at 61.8, sitting at 61.8 right here. And that 61.8, the price level there, okay, you see it, around 140.7. Okay, now if you take that back, you would also see how important that level is. You see it even here, even right here, we also have it, and then here as well. So once you are able to confirm 3 touches at that same level, what it means is that that level is very critical for this asset. Okay, so from that 61.8 now, we saw this push from this support level. Now we saw this push towards this here. It was support. Here it was support. We have it here, and then we also have it here. Okay, you see here as support, here also as support. So the range we have here is between 140 to 144. You see, okay, so at this 144 level now, of course, you can see these lows. You can see these lows that we have. We got a lower low. So we got a lower high, and then we got a lower low. And right now, we're seeing price push up from this 140 level. So this is, in a way, giving us the lower high that we expect back to this initial support level. So here it was support, here it was support. Price broke below it. So what it means is that we now expect this level to be resistance. You see it? We now expect this level to be resistance, and that's what we currently have. And then from that resistance, we're now beginning to see this bearish candle. We're now beginning to see this bearish candle. Okay, so what does that mean? Now, this is USD JPY. This is USD JPY. All right. So what it means is that because price currently is now at resistance. So at this resistance now, two things. Number one, we see price push lower. This may now give us a higher low. So this may create a higher low from this point. And then from that level, price will push higher from that point. So because we now expect this higher low, some correction from this resistance. Price is at resistance. We don't want to be buying at resistance. So if you want to buy, you need to wait for some correction for USD JPY. Once we have that, it will now be a fantastic time to go long for USD JPY. Or price may decide not to correct now, and then eventually we see a close above the resistance. If we get that, a close above the resistance at 144 level, then we may expect to see further push to the upside for USD JPY. All right, so let's see what that translates to on 30 minutes. Okay, so on 30 minutes, this is the resistance level. This is the resistance that I pointed out to us on daily time frame. And then we're seeing this push lower. We're seeing this push lower. All right. So what it means is that price staying below 144 will mean that we continue to see retracement. We continue to see retracement. Okay, so on 30 minutes, where do we expect the retracement to get to? All right, so it will be between this area, between 50 to 61.8. So what that means is that it will be an opportunity to short, an opportunity to go short, to sell, an opportunity to sell. That's for USD JPY. Okay, so Benga, coincidentally, that's what we just analyzed, and I hope you got that for USD JPY. Okay, so Angel, this is USD JPY. We started on daily time frame, and then this is what we have on 30 minutes. All right, so let's get to gold. Let's get to gold. Let's get to gold. Okay, super aggressive. Okay, I remember the last time I was here, that was last week Tuesday, 17th of September. 17th of September. Let's see where we had that. Okay, towards this area. Towards this area. All right, so at that time, I was highlighting to us how price. Hold on. This is gold now. I'm sure quite a number of us are interested in gold. So this is the expectation that I have, and this is what I'll be looking out for on gold. All right. So I remember highlighting this level for us. Price initially was stuck within this range between 2530 and 2500. Price was stuck between this range. And eventually we got a very decisive close above 2530 with this green candle. We got a very aggressive close above 2530, and then price pushed to this high. Price pushed to this high. From that high, we got a correction. Now, this was the last time I was here, 17th, and then from this level, we saw this correction towards this initial resistance. but that could not be sustained. So price stopped here. Stop here. Of course, I was expecting price to come back to 25.30 to test it as support because it has now it broke above that level. So I was expecting price to come back to it to test it as support now, but we didn't get that. A few pips to 25.30, and then price decided to turn from that point. Okay, turning from this point, it created a new high right here. It created a new high. Now, we also have this 2600 level. Okay, so from this retest now, price stopped here around 25.50 as support, and then we got a higher high from that level. This higher high got to 26.30. Okay, got to 26.30, and then from this 26.30 now, we're seeing this correction. We're seeing this move lower. All right, so this initial resistance that it created here would now be, we now expect that level to act as support. This level here. Okay, so we expect this level now to act as support. Now, this is happening on the daily time frame. So we have resistance at 26.30. We have support at 2600. All right, so this is 30 minutes now. Okay, so this is 30 minutes. That means that it will be a good time to go in for a sell, especially because we're now seeing a break below this support on 30 minutes. Here it was resistance, here is supported price pushed to this high point, and then we're seeing a break below that level. So this may be all right, you see it. So you may want to take advantage of this bearish move towards this support level, If, on the other hand, what we get or what we see is a close back above this resistance, because it was support here, price broke below it. So what it means is that we now expect this level to be resistance. So if we get a close back above that resistance, then it will be a fantastic opportunity to buy, towards that resistance again, Okay, so at the current level, we're interested in selling towards this level here. We're interested in selling towards this level. If, like I said, what we get is a close back above the initial this support level, which is now expected to act as resistance here. If we now get a close back above it, then we can expect a push back to this resistance around 26.30. Right, so that's for gold. Ngozi, we highlighted USD earlier. Maybe you joined late. Okay. So maybe one or two more before we call it a day. US 100 and then maybe oil. All right. So let's start with US 100. What do we have here? Okay. So we got that rate cut. From the Federal Reserve. Let's see it. Okay. It was here last week, Wednesday, September 18th. This here is the candle for that day. You see it? So we got a push to resistance here, and then it closed this way for that day, and then the following day we saw this gap. Now, this is daily time frame. The following day, we got this gap right here. Price jumped and then finished even higher, closed even higher. Okay. So this is the daily time frame, like I said. And what does that mean? So what it means is that currently we have, okay, we got a freak out here. Price is now above that level. Okay. All right. So price breaking above this level now is quite significant. Here, we saw this move to the downside. We got that bearish move to the downside. And then after that, we got this correction. Let's see from this point to this point. Okay, that was around 61.8. So it's quite significant. So now that price is above that level, you see with this green candle, price closed above this level. And currently price is has stayed on this same level for one, two, this is the third day now that price is staying on this same level. Okay, so let's check out 30 minutes. Let's look at 30 minutes. Okay, so this is the same point that we saw on daily. This is what it looks like on 30 minutes time frame. So price came back to that point. We got this bullish engulfing candle, and then price pulled higher from that level. Okay. All right. So from this support now, price pushed higher, was stopped here, very close to the resistance that it created right there. And then price came back to that same support, and currently we're seeing some bullish move from that level. We're seeing some bullish move from that level. So this is 30 minutes time frame, and if price remains bullish, okay, this will end in about less than a minute. This will end. So what it means is that we may get a push towards the last high that it created right here. We may get a push towards that high. We may get a push towards that high. We get a push towards that high. That's for US 100. That's for US 100. So two things here. From this current level now, price may just continue to push higher towards the recent high that it created at that level. Okay, so it's the end of the 30 minutes, and then we have a new candle right here. You see it? You see that we're seeing some follow through right there. All right. And this may push back to that high that was created earlier. All right. English says gold is not clear. How so? And I really want to touch on oil too. Okay, I'm going to quickly run through it again. This is daily. No doubt is really very bullish right now. So before this bullish move here that we have here, let's see, before this bullish move that we got here, hold on. Okay, so before this bullish move that we got here, you can see our price has stayed for about 3 weeks, if not more, on the same spot. You see, moving within this range between 2530 to 2500. And then eventually we got a close above that level with this green candle. And then we saw a follow through. Price started creating higher low and then higher high. Okay. So because it is now above this level, this here is now acting as support for price. This level here at 2530 is now acting as support for price. Now, after getting to this high, price pushed lower, but a few pips away from what we now expect to be support. And then price from that level now, price created a new high. That new high is now at 2630. See, this new high here is now around 2630 level. And then from that 2630 level, switching to 30 minutes now. Hold on, please. I'm trying to take out the horizontal line. Okay, let's leave it. All right. So we saw this rally towards 2630. You see, now if you look back at this point, it was resistance, price pushed lower, and then from this point, it created a new high. That's higher high, created higher low right here, and then we got a new higher high. From this higher high now, we're now seeing a close below this support. We see a close below that support level. So like I said, two things here, two things that we expect. Number one, we see price come back to this resistance now because it was support here, it was support here, it was support here. And here price broke below it. So two things. Number one, we expect price to come back, we test it as resistance. So what it means is that when price gets here, we'll be looking for a reversal pattern at that level to sell. If on the other hand, what we get is a close back above, oh, sorry, my horizontal line shifted a little. Okay, so if on the other hand, what we get is a close back above the resistance, then it will be a fantastic time to jump right in for a buy towards that high that is created right there. I really do hope you get it now. Kingsley, I hope you got it now. All right. So this is where we draw the curtain for today. I was thinking I would get to oil, but I had to run through gold one more time for Kingsley. All right. So this is where we draw the curtain for today. We have multiple assets that we can add to our watch list for today and even for the rest of the week. I hope we take maximum advantage of those instruments that we have been able to touch on. It's been a great time talking to you this morning. Join us same time tomorrow, Tuesday, as we continue the Tuesday's edition of our morning market review. Thank you very much for joining once again. Have a wonderful trading day. Yes, it is good morning. You're welcome.